we drove away from you with nothing but raw
Yeah.
raw tracks, and then that was the first time we really used the technology to, and I was the producer and I wanted to do this. Little River Band CDs in the past were everybody gathers, everybody rehearses, everybody contributes, argues, fights, decides, somebody else goes, whatever. And there's this constant censorship going on. And I wanted to use the technology to send everybody away to get fresh ideas, like those ideas you were talking about in the car. I don't want the idea from the 9th day in the studio. I want the idea when you wake up in the morning and you go, wow, that song just popped into my head and I've got an idea for a part. Put it down. Put it down in whatever form you want. And it was really a big chore to keep gathering data from Australia, from Ireland, from, I was in Nashville at the time, from Minnesota, one of our guys. It was a chore. But it was refreshing to get this slant and say, hone that, because this is what Stephen's done. And one of the most amazing things was one guitar player was over there and cut some stuff, and one guitar player was 8,000 miles away and cut some stuff. And we took the two and we just took them in the studio and put them up against each other, and they worked perfectly. Wow. Like that, because they had come up with the same, totally different ideas, but they melded and worked perfectly together. That was a very cool thing. Then we gathered back together and sang and mixed it. The biggest thing that we had to fight off, and there's a history, there's a legend, a history is the best word for it, to uphold, and a responsibility to do the best we can to hold it up to its best, to that standard. And I understand totally that there are some people who will never ever get past the 1977 version of Happy Anniversary. Fair enough. That your opinion is valid, your opinion is yours. But in order to put us in our place so that they felt comfortable, they denigrated the new music because the new music wasn't a hit. Well, and in trying to explain to them, hits are the music. I don't mean to say the music's manufactured. Hits are manufactured. Hits are manufactured by the machine. It takes money, it takes promotion, it takes time, it takes then payoffs, it takes promises, favors, money, washing machines, big screen TVs, American Express vouchers. The underside is really ugly, and people don't care because what they want to do is they want to turn on the radio. But a piece of music that didn't get heard on radio does not make it not a good piece of music. And we were constantly being compared to, well, the songs aren't hits. You didn't have any hits, so therefore you're valid, so go home. No. No. And if you do that with this band, because we've had so many different people and so many different kind of chapters to the story, are you going to go back to eliminate the band in its in its second year, when two original guys were replaced? David Briggs was brought in. David Briggs wrote Lonesome Loser and co-wrote Happy Anniversary. If you take your logic and you go all the way back, you've just chopped off those two songs. The band's done. You don't get Cool Change, Reminiscing, or Lady. You don't get Night Owls. You don't get Man on Your Mind. You can't do that. You got to let it grow. You can have your opinion, and you can listen to that music. But don't stop us from continuing on. Right. And no, Test of Time is not a hit record. The songs on Test of Time, including There's a Bus Leavin', There's a Bus Leavin' is one of the best emotional lyrics about what we do, the moment, and then we'd leave. It's, in my mind, every bit as good as the Jackson Browne song about the crew. Every bit as good about what this business is about. I'm Waiting is written about a guy that stood on the street corner that Greg walked by every single day on the way to go get. And the guy stood there and bummed a cigarette from him for 3 years in a row and told him the story about his family coming over and the boat sank. And he never got to see his wife and kids again. It's every bit as good a story as other stories that this band has told. Where We Started From is a great lyric. It's a great chorus. It's a great Little River Band. You know, when you call my name from wherever you are, I'll come back. They're every bit as, Who Made the Moon's on there. I can't, it's touched people. For people to rate it against Reminiscing, it's a natural feeling. But yes, Reminiscing's a hit, and it was played, and it's been played 5 million times.
Yeah.
You can't base it on that. You got to listen to the music.